Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a partnership that's trying to solve one of the oldest problems in crypto trading, and it might just change the game for good.
All right, let's kick things off with a question that pretty much every trader, whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, has had to wrestle with. For what feels like forever, it's been this trade-off, right? You could have super fast trades, or you could have super secure, transparent trades. But getting both at the same time, that was kind of the holy grail.
And that right there is the big dilemma for traders. For so long, the world of crypto has basically forced you to pick a side. You had to choose between two totally different paths. And let me tell you, each one had some serious pros and some pretty major cons. So on one hand, you've got your centralized exchanges, your CEXs. And look, they're popular for a reason, right? They're fast, they have tons of liquidity, and they just feel familiar. The big catch? You're handing over your assets. You don't have custody. You're basically trusting a total black box with your money and your trades. Then, on the other hand, you have the world of on-chain trading on decentralized exchanges, or DEXs. This is where you get that rock-solid security and total transparency. You hold your own keys, and every single thing you do is verifiable on the blockchain. But, and it's a big but, historically, this meant you were dealing with slower speeds and markets that were way more fragmented and less efficient.
But what if that classic trade-off is, well, what if it's starting to disappear? Let's meet the two key players who are teaming up to make that happen, to build something entirely new. Okay, first up, we've got Ave.ai. Now, these guys are already a huge deal in this space. Think of them as the #1 multi-chain spot trading aggregator. Their whole job is to pull together data and liquidity from tons of different places to find you the absolute best, most efficient route for your spot trades. And just to give you a sense of scale here, this is what's really wild. We're not talking about some small-time operation. This platform is already connecting traders across more than 130 blockchains. That is a massive, sprawling network. All right, so the second piece of this puzzle is a protocol called edgeX. Their whole focus is on bringing high-performance perpetuals trading, those derivatives contracts that don't have an expiry date, and putting it all on-chain without cutting any corners. So what happens when you put these two together? Well, by integrating edgeX's powerful engine, Ave.ai is making a huge leap. It's transforming from just a spot aggregator into this complete all-in-one on-chain trading hub where you can do both your spot trades and your derivatives.
Okay, so that sounds great, right? But how does it actually work? How does this integration really deliver on that big promise of CX speed with DeFi security? Let's pop the hood and take a look.
The heart of it all is something called the edgeX PerpDEX system. You can think of this as the specialized engine that's been built from the ground up to nail that combination of high performance and total transparency. And it's all built on these 4 key pillars. First, you've got on-chain matching and clearing. This is huge. It means every single piece of your trade happens publicly on the blockchain so anyone can verify it. Second, it has a low latency architecture, which is just a fancy way of saying it's designed to be super fast, just like a CX. Third, there's a cross-chain liquidity network, which pulls money from all over the place to get you better prices. And finally, the whole thing is secure by design, with tons of audits and monitoring baked right in.
And honestly, that first point is probably the most important one. You see, some other systems try to cheat a little by handling their order books off-chain. Not here. This system guarantees 100% decentralized execution. Every single step, matching, execution, settlement, it's all verifiable on-chain. No black boxes. Okay, so we've talked about the how. Now let's get to the so what. How does all this tech actually translate into real, tangible benefits for you, the trader? Well, here's the bottom line. This system finally delivers that balance the industry has been chasing for, ever. You get the lightning-fast performance you'd expect from a top-tier centralized exchange, but you get it with all the security, transparency, and self-custody that makes DeFi so powerful. And don't just take my word for it. The Ave.ai team themselves are saying this isn't just some new feature they're tacking on. They're calling it a major milestone in their plan to build the core infrastructure for trading across the entire Web3 world. So yeah, this is the payoff, plain and simple. You're getting that CX-level performance combined with DeFi-grade transparency. What does that really mean? It means you're not worrying about custodial risks, you're not getting hit with hidden spreads, and every bit of your trade data is out there for you to check. It really is the best of both worlds. But listen, this integration, this is just the beginning. It's the foundation they're building on. So let's take a quick peek at the roadmap and see what's coming up next.
And man, the roadmap is absolutely packed. They're planning to roll this out on every platform. So iOS and web support are coming. They're going to expand the trading options with more leverage and more contract pairs. Plus, they're going to use their AI know-how to build out even smarter analytics and really tighten the connection between the spot and derivatives markets. And hey, for anyone out there who wants to get their hands on this right now, this isn't just some far-off promise. The new on-chain Perpetuals module is already live. You can check it out on the Ave.ai Android app, with all the other platforms coming down the pipe very soon. So this all leaves us with one last big question. With powerful new infrastructure like this becoming a reality, are we actually witnessing the end of that great trading trade-off? Could that line we've always drawn between CEX and DeFi, is it about to get blurred for good? Now that's something to think about.